Another 3D printed spotlight model. This time it's something that I designed from scratch, as you just saw. This goes hand in hand with my figure collection, specifically the G.I. Joe's classified series 6-inch scale, the explosion stand. So I gotta talk about it. So with this being a spotlight video, I get the opportunity of describing the model itself since I designed it myself, printed out myself, 100% original, and this is a product that I do sell on my website. Now, if you're interested, the link is in the description below. I appreciate it. And yeah, so with other spotlight videos that I do, I tend to just pull a model off the internet that I see that I kind of like, that's awesome to do. Print it, put it together, and present it as like, you know what, guys, this model is awesome, but I don't get the insights other than printing it, right? This way, I get to present something from the ground up. I get to describe to you guys why I did this, and then how and kind of like the thought process behind it. And then, of course, putting it together and building it for mass production. Okay. One key aspect of this particular model, as you saw in the intro, the explosion was a multicolor print. I used my Bamboo Lab A1 Mini combo with the AMS system, so it printed the red, yellow, and white explosion all at once. Every other piece was separate. And the big question is, why wouldn't I just print the multicolor pieces all multicolor? Instead of just individual pieces. If I was doing this as one-offs or a couple of them, no problem. I would 100% do that. The problem with production is that the AMS systems and the multicolor systems take a lot of time and there's a lot of waste. So I have to optimize my production when I'm selling these things. So therefore, I have to kind of like piece out each individual color and then and then glue them all into place. It's just a lot faster that way, and it's a lot more efficient when it comes to an assembly line. Except for the explosion. Explosion was something that I did the math and I was like, okay, because I was printed in 3 individual pieces, gluing them together until I got the new multicolor machines. Now I could print it all at once. It was faster this way and was more cost efficient, effective to do it. So the only part that I'm using the AMS system is the explosion. Give you a little insight on why I chose, versus a multicolor versus piecing out a part. It's all at the bottom line in how fast I can get these out and how much it's going to cost. So anyway, the idea of the iconic explosion, right? The one thing that I was trying to come up with when it was coming up with an individual stand for G.I. Joe was like, what stands out? What stands out? What can I possibly design besides like a military, sort of base, or if it's a footlock, or if it's sandbags or something like that. I figure, you know what? Let's go with a showpiece, if you will, something that you could take the packaging as we all know it and almost like bring it to life, bring it at a 3D area where it's a one figure showpiece. So like you can put Cobra, Commander, and Duke, as something is just like the background of all the other characters. And I thought that was a very cool centerpiece idea to do. In the future, I do want to kind of like bring a bigger centerpiece that encompasses more figures, like pitting like a versus, right? Like you can put Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow and just go nuts with it. Right now, these are only available in the 6-inch, but I'm working on scaling everything down, making it work for a 3 3/4, because I think I've been getting a lot of questions for it, so I know there's a market for it. But for right now, it's just scale for the 6-inch figures, the classified figures. And honestly, you don't have to limit it to G.I. Joe. It's very iconic to G.I. Joe, but you can put any figure you want on it, really. It's up to you. I chose not to use the Cobra logo and the G.I. Joe logo as it stands like on, the Hasbro packaging and the website and stuff, because I don't want any trouble legally. So I try to design it in a way that was iconic, recognizable, and hopefully I don't get in trouble with copyright, because that's key. I've been told when I bring these to shows, I should do the Cobra logo, all that stuff, or the G.I. Joe, more so the logo. And I'm like, no, I think these work. I haven't had any complaints since I've been doing these, and I've been selling these for a couple years now. And I think it's good for what it is. If I was doing my personal things, then yeah, I can get away with doing that, But I kind of want to separate myself, since this is for a business, and I don't want any legal trouble. Well, anyway, so if you're thinking about designing something that's specifically for a certain IP, try to steer away from copyright as much as you can. Now, logos is one main thing that people will come after you for. Yeah, so as I mentioned, this is for my my side business that I created 3D printing for. So when I'm designing things, it's always that I have a niche, right? A niche that I saw. I needed it for myself, so I designed these for my collection stuff, and then I kind of see what's out there, and in the action figure world specifically, and market it that way. I saw a lane that I wanted to do in 3D printing, and it's a passion of mine, and I want to go full steam with that. So helping others to find their niche in 3D printing, find a need that could fulfill your own need first, and then from there try to expand on it into a marketable item, a marketable line, or whatever you have. But like, look around you and see what you're into first, and see if you can design something and sell and control by you're doing your own manufacturing through 3D printing. That's a perfect way of starting a 3D printing business. And just like I said, find a niche, and it's usually a niche that you're already into, that maybe you don't know you needed it, and then you figured it out and produced it. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much. This is the Spotlight model, but again, it's my own this time, and I get to showcase that. I'll be doing many more that's in my wheelhouse of what I sell on my store, and try to give you guys a little bit of a background on designing it, why I designed it, how I designed it, printing it, and then my thought process moving forward. Sometimes it helps me too when I kind of visit this, because these explosion stands, this is my second version of these putting out. So now that I got my new generation of Bamboo Lab printers, I can take a step back and redesign for those printers for efficiency and quality, and production. So it's great to have a product out there, but also kind of take a step back and then see how you can do it better. It's always a way to do it better. But if you're interested, the link in the description below, like I said, to go check out my website and go check out all those 3D printed stands that I do, and give me feedback. I love feedback. I love to sit there and go, what else is out there that I don't collect that I can produce more of? So like and subscribe, and yeah, you know what? Print something epic, design something epic, start a 3D printing business. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. You start with one printer, and before you know it, you'll have 10. So let's go.